Seafan Sports, a sports show dedicated to the Seattle sports fan. This is Dave and Kevin, and we are excited for the next episode of Mariner Weekly. We have some stuff that we really want to dig into. But before we do, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, make sure that you give thumbs up or thumbs down, and also, you guys, please leave us comments. All right, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, guys, we're two subscribers away from hitting our 200, on our way to 1,000, which is our goal to get to by April. So, if you guys can help us out, make sure you hit those subscribe buttons. So, Kevin, the other day, I went to the mall, and I'm coming down the escalator, and as I'm coming down the escalator, a little girl at the bottom of the stairs looks up to me, points to her dad, and says, "Daddy, there's Santa." Now, while that was embarrassing and made sure that I came home and drank a kale smoothie because I'm trying to lose that weight, got me feeling a little bit in the Christmas spirit. Now, what I'd like you to do here, Kevin, is I'd like you to turn the fireplace on and snuggle up in old Santa's lap. I understand that you got a wish list after all the excitement, and we're going to get into what we have, but I want to talk about some of the players that are left out there that are on your wish list, Kevin. Please tell Santa what you want.
Well, my wish list is kind of interesting because I've been looking at all the guys left. I mean, I really don't think we're going to get Carlos Correa. He's going to want more money than Corey Seager got. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. I think there's too much interest in Chris Bryant or Trevor Story. So I think those guys are going to be more expensive than what Seattle really wants to spend. So I changed focus. I said, well, what do I want? If I could have a wish list, what would that wish list be?
You are on Santa's lap.
I know. So I'm thinking, there was a rumor out there by an agent of a young Japanese player by the name of Seiya Suzuki.
Okay.
And his agent says that his top teams are the Mariners, the Padres, the Cubs, and the Rangers.
Gotcha.
So I'm thinking, all right, if we're going to spend money, let's spend money on this kid. He's a young guy who can hit. Let's see if it translates. The last time we got an outfielder from Japan, I think he did pretty well.
Well, does this guy have any favorite players? Does he have any guys that he thinks is pretty awesome?
Well, any Japanese player would have to think that a guy named Ichiro Suzuki would be an idol. So, and so he's my first player that I want.
Okay.
We've talked about it in the past podcasts, and I'm going to mention it again. I want Matt Olsen.
Okay.
I think he is a stud. He is Ty France, in my opinion. And I really, really like this kid. And I think he would fit in the Mariners. Absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
So those two. Now I have this one or this one. I like Jose Ramirez with the Guardians. I'm going to call them the Guardians. I mean, that's a hard name to say. So he's a third baseman with the Guardians, and I really like this kid, and I think he's had an outstanding career so far. So I'm saying either Jose Ramirez or an old Mariner favorite, Ketel Marte. So I'm saying we trade for Matt Olsen, Jose Ramirez, or Ketel Marte, and that will bring our offense to very, very potent offense at that point. Now, also on my wish list, I have this one or that one, and I would like to either get Luis Castillo or Frankie Montes.
Couple pitching prospects, Kevin. All right.
Couple pitchers. So one or the other, those would be my final three. That would be my wish list, is that are the dream team that I would love to put together. So there we go. All right.
Well, Kevin, well, that's a pretty nice little wish list. I can't really disagree with any of that. In fact, you and I are pretty much spot on as far as Even though I would kind of like to see Carlos Correa, just because I like to get him away from the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Again, I Texans. Again, I agree with you. He's a little bit more expensive than what we want to spend.
Yeah.
But I also think that Toro also could get a shot at third base as well.
Well, we also Ty France can play. If we get Matt Olsen, Ty France can scoot over to third base because he was a corner infield when we got him, and he was the future behind Kyle Seager until we got Toro. So there you go.
So if you guys want to see Kevin, he's going to be picketing out front of the Mariners offices to bring Matt Olsen to Seattle.
Yes.
All right, Kevin, you'll be able to meet him there in person. All right, Kevin, so let's talk about presents we already got under the tree. Things that we've already got in-house. Kevin, man, I tell you what, I was a little excited to see the Cy Young winner this year in Robbie Ray. And to be honest with you, Kevin, I really didn't take a real good look at his numbers when we were talking about the pitching a few weeks ago of the pitchers, because you and I both consensus were more in the Carlos Rodon than the Robbie Ray camp. But when I took a look at his strikeout to walk ratio, my goodness, what what a discrepancy between the two. He just throws strikes.
Yeah.
Kevin, tell me your thoughts on Robbie.
Well, back on October 20th, we did free agent starting pitching, and we both agreed that we were probably going to sign a left-handed starting pitcher because we don't have too many either in our minor league system or on our staff. So especially getting rid of YK. So we just thought it was going to be either Robbie Ray or Carlos Rodon, and we both picked Carlos. And I couldn't be more excited to have Robbie Ray on our team. It was, I was kind of nervous, when, Kevin went off, Noah, Max, and then all of a sudden, and Verlanders, he was out there too. And then, all of a sudden we got Robbie, and I was so excited. I mean, we were talking to each other, texting each other, sending each other Twitter feeds and rumors and all this stuff. And it was a lot of fun. So I'm excited about having Robbie Ray. I think it's a killer deal, 5 years, 115 million, and he can opt out after the third year, which would be timing for our young up and coming guys to be in the starting rotation. So it couldn't be a better thing. And I'm just happier than I'll get out. So.
Yeah, he is going to be the top of this rotation.
Yep.
I read that Marco might get the first day start just because you have what he's meant to the Mariners the last couple of years. But make no mistake about it, our ace going into the 2022 season is going to be Robbie Ray. He will be the guy that.
Cy Young. He has to be our ace.
Absolutely. However, he still was 13-7.
Yep.
And that was a pretty good hitting team that was around him.
Yeah.
So hopefully coming to this ballpark, he's going to be able to go out there and consistently throw strikes, and just be that machine that he was last year and just build upon.
Yep.
Kevin, we were kind of talking a little bit. Who do you think going into the 2022 is going to be that fifth starter? Who do you think is that guy? Is it going to be Brash? Is it going to be Williamson? Or is it going to be somebody that we don't even know have on the team right now?
Well, if I get my wish list, it'll be either Luis Castillo or Frankie. So, we also got Justin Dunn, who's still on the team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we do have options, but, Jerry did mention Matt Brash's name as well as Brandon Williamson. So those are two guys to be keeping an eye on. I know Matt came up towards the end at the very last of the season, and he was in AAA. So I really think that we're okay with what we have. I would like to see us pick up another one via trade, and then just go from there. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even worried about our fifth spot right now. we need probably 6 to 7 starting pitchers. So because somebody's going to get injured, it always works that way. And I really think Logan Gilbert could surpass Marco as the number 2 starter this year. So
that's saying something if Marco is going to slide into that number 3.
Well, Marco is a finesse pitcher.
Yeah.
He doesn't throw with a lot of speeds. He's not a strikeout guy. He's a contact pitcher, but he's good at what he does. And I'm not taking anything away from Marco. He is absolutely one of my favorite guys on this team. And he is just outstanding. But is he a true number 1 or number 2? No. So
we got one now.
We do have one now. And hopefully we can get a second one. And then Gilbert would be our number 3. Marco could 4 and Flexen 5. I'd be okay with that.
I think you and every other GM in the league, Kevin.
True, yes.
All right, Kevin, you've been a good boy, so I'm going to give you a candy cane and send you on your way. Kevin, anything else for our folks out there at Seafan Sports?
Yeah, I want to say congratulations to Jerry. Not only did he pick up Robbie Ray, he did the trade with Adam Frazier. He also signed Andres Munoz to a 4-year, $7.5 million, buyout of his arbitration, and also got 3 years of club control after the 4 years.
Oh yeah,
which outstanding for Jerry. As well, there is somebody that we absolutely loved last year that had more scoreless innings than any Mariner in history, and that was Casey Sadler. Signed his arbitration, and he is a Mariner again. Now, I just wish that we could get my wish list and sign Mitch Haniger to a contract extension.
Well, you go out front in your front yard and you stare up at the stars and you just wish real good. And once this lockout's over, Kevin, we'll see what we can do for you.
You got it.
All right, Kevin, you got 2 words for them. What are they?
Go Mariners.
Peace out, everybody.